Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Marakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of great Muslim and taught us this truth. Peace and blessings to the hopefully elect, the 144,000 men pushing the truth and wholehearted sincerity across the four winds. It's the Ike Aqua, back with another lesson to the spirit and power behind Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. This lesson is about the remnant, because we see more and more that Esau is about to move. Esau is pushing this MOB onto people. And when I say MOB, it's the thing that's going to go into that allows people to buy or sell, that will prevent people from buying or selling. A lot of things are right on the forefront. Jacob's trouble is right at our doorstep. I mean, we're already walking into the door. It's apparent that there's about to be a great tumult, a great a great suffering on this earth, and at the hands of the Esau, honestly, at the hands of the wicked, and he has done exactly what the Lord has made him to do, which is be wicked and to destroy, and to never be satisfied, even with death, even with blood. He's still not satisfied, But the Lord has given us a remnant. He's given us a nail in the door of salvation, so to speak, to help us make sure that the remnant will survive. The remnant will get through the Jacob's trouble. The remnant are going to be able to see how Shai face to face and not die. But a lot of people are going to die. A lot of suffering is about to happen. So with that, let's get into it. This is Ezra chapter 9 and verse 8. And now for a little space, grace hath been shown from Yahweh our power to leave us a remnant to escape and to give us a nail in his holy place, that our power may lighten our eyes and give us a little reviving in our bondage. Okay? And, we're still in captivity. And if you say that we're free, we're not free. When I say we're not free, I mean the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. We aren't free. We're still stuck in the under the boot of Esau. He has truly tried to wipe us out. He has truly had his hands upon all of our substance, our history, all of our inventions, everything that we've done. He's taken it. And that's all in pursuant to Deuteronomy 28 chapter. But the point that I'm making is that the Lord has given us a remnant to escape, to leave us a remnant. He showed grace unto us, and he gave us that remnant, which are the men that have been preaching and prophesying for over 30 years, over 10 years plus, 7 years plus, out there sacrificing their freedom, their time, to show Yahweh Shai and Yahweh that they are thankful for the things that he's given them, which is the understanding, the light, understanding his word and his oracles, his dark saying, his parables. This is not given unto our men. Not everybody understands these things. So how beautiful and how merciful is Yahweh and Yahweh Shai to give us, ultimately it's Yahweh, to give us a remnant and to give us a nail in his holy place, that our power may lighten our eyes and give us a little reviving in our bondage. Okay? When we read verse 9, for we were bondmen, yet our power hath not forsaken us in our bondage, and hath extended mercy unto us in the sight of the kings of Persia, to give us a reviving, to set up the house of our power, and to repair the desolations thereof, and to give us a wall in Judah and in Jerusalem. Okay? And he's given us the men who toiled effortlessly, tirelessly in this truth, that didn't have the internet. So easily accessible in the 1980s and the 1990s. The internet wasn't as big as it is now, so you didn't have the blue letter so easily accessible. You didn't have plethora of information to just be able to Google the meaning of words anywhere, and just you anywhere you out on the street you can Google a meaning. You can look up etymology online. They didn't have those things. They had a different uh, lot than the men that are in this truth now, you know. And that's all through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, to make those men strength stand strong, and to understand his word in those times, which pretty much is now bearing fruit unto the men that are getting this word, that have gotten this word, to the men and women that understands this truth now, you know. So let's go to Isaiah chapter 10 and verse 20. And it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel, and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob, shall no more stay upon him that smote them, but shall stay upon the Lord Yahweh, the Holy One of Israel, in truth. And that's what you're kind of seeing right now. The men that are in this truth, they're not relying on Esau anymore. You know, we're not looking towards Esau for sustenance, and for health care, and for why? Because we have an understanding that the Lord is going to take care of us if we turn back unto him. You know, and it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel, and as such as are escaped of the house of Jacob, shall no more. And this is talking about in that day when the Lord is going to turn the captivity of Israel, that remnant, that 144,000 men, plus the one third of men, women, and children that are going to be saved by the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Okay? And shall stay upon the Holy One of Israel in truth. All right? Stay upon the Holy One of Israel in this truth. So that means we're going to lean on this truth. We're going to lean on this word, which is ultimately leaning on Yahweh wa Yahweh Shai, which is ultimately believing on Yahweh wa Yahweh Shai, relying on Yahweh wa Yahweh Shai to give us everything that we need. Okay? The remnant shall return, even the remnant of Jacob, unto the mighty power, unto the mighty God. All right? For though thy people Israel be as the sand of the sea, yet a remnant of them shall return. The consumption decreed shall overflow with righteousness. Okay, so it was already decreed that this is going to happen from the beginning. But the point that I want to make is that Israel be as the sand of the sea, only a remnant is going to survive. Only a remnant is going to make it through. We don't know who is a part of that number, but we do know that if we do this work and we toil and we plow that field, you know, we plant the seeds of this righteousness, and the Lord is going to water those seeds. But if we out there doing what we were commanded to do, not by constraint or because of anger, but we willingly do it wholeheartedly because we love it. We're happy to have this truth. The Lord is going to be there for you, man. You have to have that faith. You know, you have to have that faith. You have to have that faith in Yahweh Shem Yahushai that you're going to be of that remnant. And ultimately, that comes from Him. The understanding, the having the faith that you're going to be saved, that you're going to be taken out of this captivity. You're going to see the ICBM missiles destroy people. You're going to make it through the I don't even know what to call it anymore because they're striking pages left and right. But the thing that's going to be placed in your hand, that is going to allow you to buy or sell, and you're not going to be able to buy or sell without it. You know, we're going to make it past that. We're going to be saved through those things. That's the remnant. That's what the Lord is talking about. The remnant of Israel. The ones who truly are seeking him right now, when they know before all of these wicked things are about to come to pass, while yet the place of repentance is open, we're repenting. We're groaning. We are showing the Lord that we don't want to do the same things that we've done. We don't want to commit the same atrocities that we've committed against you and your heavenly Father and your heavenly name. We don't want to do those things anymore. We want to be righteous. We want to be holy. We want to be separate. We want our heritage back. We don't want to be likened unto these heathens. We want to be likened unto our power, our heritage, which is Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. They will make it. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 1 and verse 9. Let me read Isaiah 1 and 3. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib, but Israel doth not know. My people doth not consider. Okay? Let me read 4. Sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers, children that are corrupters. They have forsaken the Lord, Yahweh. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel to anger. They are gone away backward. You see? This is why he's going to do this. Because he knows that the children of Israel, the nation, the Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, majority of them love wickedness. They love being conformed to these nations. They actually love their oppressor more than Yahweh, more than Yahweh Shai. Yahweh being who the world ignorantly calls God, and Yahweh Shai being who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. But they will say, Jesus, Jesus got my back, and I'm down for Jesus. Got a white picture of Jesus, a white Jesus in your kitchen. You know, picture of white Jesus in your living room, hanging over your couch. Not even considering the scriptures at all. Not once picking up this Bible ever. I was like that. I was not believing in the white Jesus and everything, but taking other people's word for what this word was. I never read it myself. They always said, and I heard it many times when I was growing up, if you want to hide something from a nigga, put it in a book. I've even dealt with men even in this truth, that when you give them this Bible, they said they don't want to read it. There's too much reading, man. I've sent precepts to many men, and they say, bro, that is a lot of reading. Are you serious? Okay. Let me read verse 7. Your country is desolate. Your cities are burned with fire. Your land, strangers devour it in your presence, and it is desolate. Our land, our homeland, where we come from, we're witnessing it. We see it. We see it. Whether even if you call yourself from Africa, Esau is destroying that place too. He is destroying it. He's making it desolate on every side. Esau comes in with his cunning tactics, and he can take a nation of people that are grown together, that are bonded together, and separate them. Create contention amongst brethren. Create division amongst brethren. And then come in and put his power over top of them. Salakia. Excuse me. over top of them to keep them divided while he's taking all the resources, while he's benefiting from the pain and suffering that he's caused, the chaos that he's caused. He's benefiting from it. He's enjoying it. He's watching, looking back, saying, "Look, I did that." You see, these people are they're not even worthy. They're not even able to defend themselves. They're beasts, man. Why is these things happening? Because the Lord has done it to us. Why? You just said, because we, as sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers, children that are corrupters, they have forsaken the Lord Yahweh. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger. You see? Sinful nation. A sin is a transgression of the law. Just to prove it, 1 John 3 and 4. Whosoever committeth sin transgresseth also the law, for sin is the transgression of the law. Sin is the transgression of the law. Okay? So we were laden with iniquity, a sinful nation. We turned our backs against the Lord. So that's why he only wants a remnant out of the children of Israel. He only wants the ones who are truly, sincerely, wholeheartedly about Yahweh Shem Yahushai, willing to die, willing to lose everything that they have, willing to be ostracized and casted out, casted away, to be deemed aliens of this world, willing to be called all types of names and anti-vaxxers and conspiracy theorists, getting beat up verbally just because of your beliefs. But then we are supposed to accept that a man is calling a man calling himself a woman, or a woman calling herself a man, or that a child can self-mutilate himself to become a woman, or to take pills that make him grow breast. We accept that. We're supposed to accept that. But when we tell you the truth and we look in the scriptures and understand what's going on, you're a conspiracy theorist. You don't know what you're talking about. You're crazy. We are willing to take that for Yahweh Shem Yahushai, because we know that that's what we must go through. Why? Because we turned our backs on Yahweh Shem Yahushai. It was us that transgressed the law. It was us that went against what the word told us to do. It was our choice. I mean, when you think of it, Proverbs 24 and 20 and 24, man's goings are of the Lord, so how can a man then understand his own way? So yes, the Lord put us in the position where we were going to go off, but it was as a lesson to teach us what truly wickedness and destruction is all about, so that we must grow from that. We learn through lessons and experiences to become a better person. They tell you that in the world. You do that in the world. You fail, and then you actually get better from you get knocked down from those losses. You gain things. Okay? And I, for one, can see that my people are destroyed. It bothers me. I, for one, hate to see Esau just raping, robbing, and murdering our people still to this day. It bothers me. It makes me think in my mind, what do I have to do to never allow this to happen again? What do we got to do for this to never go on again, never to happen again? To learn, I'm learning from this lesson. I've learned tremendously from this lesson. Tremendously from the hell that the Lord put us through. Let's go to Isaiah 11 and 11. And it shall come to pass in that day that Yahweh that the Lord Yahweh shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria, and from Egypt, and from Pathros, and from Cush, and from Elam, and from Shinar, and from Hamath, and from the islands of the sea. And he shall set up an ensign for the nations, and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel, and gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth. The envy also of Ephraim shall depart, and the adversaries of Judah shall be cut off. Ephraim shall not envy Judah, and Judah shall not vex Ephraim. The northern and the southern kingdom are coming together. It's going to be beautiful. It really puts my spirit in a vexed state to know how wicked we truly were and we are, and the things that we've done against each other. And it's all through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. The judgments and the things that go out, the death, and how Jake is because we didn't listen. But we now the remnant, the ones who are in this last leg of this race, who see the finish line. It's there. We see it. We just got to continue to push and be ready to do what we got to do, to be tested, to be to truly be tested, to truly be put through afflictions for the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, for Yahweh Shai's sake. We see what's going on. Okay? Let me go to Jeremiah 23:3. And I will gather the remnant of my flock out of all the countries whither I have driven them, and I will bring them again to their folds, and they shall be fruitful and increase, and I will set up shepherds over them, which shall feed them, and they shall fear no more, nor be dismayed, neither shall they be lacking, saith Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. Okay? So the time is coming where the Lord is going to come and save his remnant out of this hell. And when I say hell, out of this wickedness, man. Everything is out of order. Everything is upside down. So the point that I wanted to make with this lesson is that though Israel be as the sand of the sea, only a remnant shall be saved. Only a select few. And Yahweh Tazah, we are of that number, the men that truly do this work. Until next time, Shalom.